Hey, everybody, welcome back to Unapologetic Voices. My name is Thomas Tripp, joined by the beautiful co-host
Kyle Elio Torres.
We probably actually didn't need to do an intro. I think we have some that are still recorded, ready to go.
It's always good to have the opener for the start and then the finisher at the end.
Oh, okay, cool. Just in case we mess it up.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We might be sounding a little more crisp today as the holidays just passed by. Thankfully, Kyle's mother-in-law decided to gift him with the gift of sweet, sweet input audio, which means new microphones, baby.
Yep.
And fun fact, I also got us microphones. Now, I will say, I don't think they're as good a quality as these ones.
Well, how much were yours?
Mine were about $50.
Okay. Well, they might still be good.
They might still be good, but they're the handheld ones. They're not quite the ones that we can pin, the lav mics.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, this is actually really enjoyable to
to be free.
To just not have to care about the mic in the middle or kicking the table by accident.
Yep. The only thing you have to care about is if we wear like a specific fabric, if it rubs up against it, makes bad, scritchy, scratchy noises. Like that jacket I wore one time.
That's true.
Yep. We're unapologetic, so I'm not going to apologize for the audio on that one. But I will say, not going to wear that jacket again.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
That's fair.
Yeah. Allow me to do one of these real quick. So, what do we have planned for this day's episode, Mr. Kyle?
To be honest, I don't know.
That means jack shit, ladies and gentlemen. We're making this off the top of our heads.
I don't know what specific topics that you have.
Okay.
Right?
Did you think of something?
I'm coming into this blank.
What the fuck are you looking at? Sorry, the bird is staring at me.
I'm coming into this a little blank because,
Sure.
I don't really have too many topics that recently happened.
Right.
That are notable.
Or shareable.
Well, it could be shareable.
Could be shareable, but we don't have to.
Okay. So first and foremost, I wasn't planning on doing the podcast this week because my grandma died. But because it's still technically a sensitive topic, I'll leave stories about her for another week. Fair. Not this week because I still feel a little bit weird about it. But just know she had a peaceful death. Well, she got to say goodbye to her 3 kids. And it was good. And
I'm glad she had family around her.
Yeah. And then everybody else came to see her already dead.
Well, all right.
Yep.
My condolences to you and your kin, as I've said before.
But that's fine. Unapologetic here.
That's not an apology.
I know.
What are you talking about? What are you on about?
I don't know, man.
You going down a road?
No.
Because I'm going to kill you at the end of it.
Okay.
Let's talk about what the fuck you said a minute ago. Really pissed me off. So you, Courtney, and I were sitting in here pre-show and just talking about God knows what.
Was the pizza?
Dude.
Oh, my God.
You're a fucking piece of shit. This gentleman over here, I dare even say that. You haven't earned that title at this point anymore because when I think of a deep dish pizza,
I'm an adventurer.
You're a whore.
Okay.
You're a wench. What are you talking about? I could buy you for a copper at the side of the tavern, motherfucker.
My job is to try everything and be happy about everything.
All right. I will say I'm not afraid to try it. But it's one of those things where you hear it. I feel like I have. Because if we're talking about Detroit deep dish pizza, there's a specific place downtown that I think you're thinking of that has the shrimp on the inside and it's pepperoni on top with the sauce on top, that kind of shit. Is that correct, Mr. Kyle?
Nope, no
talking about that
at all. It's
all right,
all shrimp.
So listen to me. You're fucking crazy for wanting a deep dish pizza with shrimp in the middle of it. Now, if we were getting a seafood pizza, like at a Korean barbecue joint or some shit, I'm with you. That's that's seafood, that's egg, that's whatever the fuck else they put in there and shrimp. It's pretty good, okay? I'm not mixing marinara sauce with the shrimp, okay, buddy?
It was delicious.
I'm sure it is, but you're a bastard for wanting to try it. It's like pineapple on pizza. Like you're a whore.
No, it's not.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I have never ordered it for myself.
You're not answering the question.
But I've always been willing to eat it because I think it tastes really good.
Whore!
It's so sweet. It's delicious.
All right. I will say, as I got older and I've tasted it more often, it depends on where you get it from.
I've always liked it. Doesn't matter where.
Yeah, but you could get like the shitty kind, like Little Caesars or something. Not a sponsor.
I've never had it from Little Caesars. Not a sponsor.
We're talking shit, but not a sponsor.
Yeah. I didn't even know they had pineapples there.
I feel like I've had a party somewhere where somebody wanted pineapple pepperoni pizza, from Little Caesars.
Like I'll get
to which it's disgusting.
I'll get like a Hawaiian
gross
pizza,
pineapple.
right, where it's like ham, bacon,
disgusting.
But it never has pineapple on it.
But that's what makes it Hawaiian, really.
I've never got pineapple on it.
It's not really a Hawaiian
like,
pizza.
Like I'll ask, I'm like, hey, let me get a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, so that comes with bacon, ham,
onions,
and onions, and then I don't know. There's like another topping, but I've never got pineapple on it. They've never given it with pineapple.
But it's supposed to.
Nah.
No?
I would have eaten it.
I just have a feeling like, because in Hawaii, went to the Dole plantation, it's all about the pineapple. And when I think of Hawaiian pizza, I think of bacon and pineapple put together on the pizza.
Yeah.
And you're telling me when you've gotten it, they just say, no, fuck you, there's no pineapple?
Yeah.
Damn. Good people. Maybe they know. Maybe they're like, oh, this fucking asshole wants.
Yeah, no.
Pineapple on his pizza? Fuck him.
Well, no, like I've never been like.
They've been genuine about it.
Well, it's one of those, like, it's never been a, hey, you know this comes with pineapple, or there's pineapple on it, or like they never say anything.
They never test the waters.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I don't care. Like, you know, like they never add that. Like, do you want to add anything else? I'm like, I don't know, fucking pepperoni. Like, throw some meat on there. I don't give a fuck.
I gotcha.
You know, like
yeah.
They never really care. You know, because I usually just go with like a supreme pizza.
Okay.
But I've had a supreme deep dish, and it's just too much is going on. There's too many flavors.
Supreme is everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And like there's so much that's happening.
Yeah.
It just doesn't click right for me. It's good.
I gotcha.
But there's something about the simplicity of shrimp with marinara sauce.
Is that where this whole conversation
led
to?
Delicious motherfucking cheese.
Full circle?
Yeah.
Back to the fucking shrimp.
It's so good.
Ah, man. Here's the thing.
I've also had it with crab meat.
Crab meat and shrimp?
Yeah.
Okay. You're with me. I'm with you.
Okay.
In spirit, so far, now that the taste is mixing in my head mouth, I might be with you.
Okay. Because I've had both of those in there, and I'm like, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
That's not in my palate for this evening unless you really want it. I'm going to say that.
I'll say this.
Say it.
If we do go for pizza, and we do go for deep dish,
got it.
That is the only one that I would want. Now, I don't necessarily need the crab in it.
Okay. But the shrimp is a must.
The shrimp is a must.
Now, let me ask you this. Is it cheese and sauce and shrimp?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm with you. I'm willing to take this adventure with you, Kyle.
Okay.
You and I have been on many adventures together.
Oh, yeah.
This could be a grand adventure.
It could be.
Just like an adventure we'll have in a few hours.
I can just imagine the disappointment. Like,
the disappointment!
When you're eating it, and you're just like, I'm too high for this.
I absolutely just smacked the phone as hard as possible.
It doesn't
But that's
matter.
okay.
It
so far, so good.
Stop anything. It's still recording.
Did I cause this crack?
No, it's been there.
No, we're good. So I want to talk about this next episode. So you have to remind me. And this is one of those things, Achilles, I want to talk to you about. Because you know a lot about this stuff. At least one side of the genre. And, you know, I feel like once I finish this, I'll have a new appreciation for something that you are very fond of, but you like to say you're not fond of.
Oh, League of Legends.
Okay. Listen to me real quick.
I'm not allowed to talk about League of Legends anymore, but he's giving me the green light.
You have the yellow light right now.
The yellow light.
For next episode. Because I want to finish Arcane.
You sure you don't want, like, listen.
Okay.
Where you're at.
I'm scared right now.
I would love to hear your opinion now.
Oh, okay.
Where you're at.
Okay. And then we'll wrap it up.
And then
episode.
I won't give you any spoilers or anything. I just want to hear how you're liking it so far. Because, you know.
That's what I'm scared about, by the way.
I'm an avid lover of League of Legends.
Yeah.
Everything that happens in it, I keep track of, like, a lot of the stories.
Sure.
I keep track of a lot of, like, they do, like, lore.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I keep track of that and, like, how they've changed so much of the lore throughout the entire thing.
Right.
Just so that they could, like, make TV shows now for it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, there was a couple things, like, they added to, like, the stories just to make it even better.
Yeah, like, the game was always just a brawl, but as it just grew, it was like,
they just started weaving all these things.
That's cool.
Like, they got, like, miniature books and stuff.
So far, so good.
And you can do, like, you can read about just normal fucking people who live in fucking, like, Shurima. And Shurima's like the desert area where there are giant sandworms. There are giant monsters.
There it is, boys. It's all back to Dune.
Yeah, it all comes back.
Not a sponsor.
But fucking, it tells you how like these people, and like it'll be like detailed
into it, boys.
Where like you fall in love with these characters.
Sure,
like, wow, this guy's a wandering merchant.
Yeah.
He's traveled the lands for years. He knows not to do certain things because he could fuck up and get killed.
Gotcha.
And like you'll just read it and it was like, yeah, he got caught by bandits and like
he
just got his fucking throat slit.
Amazing.
And like now his family is about to get put into slavery, but fucking the slavers didn't know that they couldn't be too loud in this area, and now the sandworms here killing everyone.
I got
That's the end of the story. Just everybody died.
I like it.
Or like shit like that.
It is very graphic, from what I understand.
Oh.
It's very like adult. I didn't think it would be that adult.
So just so that you guys know what we're talking about the Netflix show, not sponsored, Arcane. The second season just came out, and I have not watched a single lick of it because I'm waiting for it to all come through.
And we could watch it together.
We could.
Wow.
I've just been waiting.
We're pretty gay.
I've just been waiting to watch it. Because I want to like binge watch it. I don't want to just because I think they're coming out with like 3 episodes every week.
Oh, I didn't know it wasn't all finished yet.
No.
Okay, maybe that's why it didn't win at the show awards or whatever. Just
like the best animated thing.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Solo Leveling one.
Which I think you're proud of, huh?
I've
also been hiding a secret from you.
Okay.
So I know how much you like that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when I came over and watched it, or when you came over and we watched a little bit, I was super in. And then I started getting, your phone listens to you. I started getting TikToks of it and stuff.
Yeah.
I have been behind the scenes reading Solo Leveling, and I was gonna finish it and then talk to you randomly on a podcast episode about it, and just started throwing things at you, and you'd be like, "Huh," but I can't hold in my excitement.
Okay.
So I'm on like page like 180. Like I'm pretty deep into it.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay.
Because it goes by chapters.
Yeah.
So like if you're on 180,
well,
you could be on chapter fucking 7 of page 180.
You're right, because the way I'm reading it is from a website.
Yeah.
So I there's no chapters for me. I'm just reading.
Oh, it's just a straight line.
Yeah, it's a straight shot.
Okay, that's really.
Yeah. Do you want to calm the fuck down over there?
Hey man, I didn't mean to do that.
You're making me thirsty. So next episode I want to talk about it because I will finish the first season by then, obviously.
Okay.
I'm already spinning through it.
Dude, it's so good.
I can't believe how good it is. I had to text you as soon as I finished episode 3 today. Oh, Arcane, sorry.
Yeah.
Not Solo Leveling, which by the way, awesome.
Dude,
it's awesome.
So much more information
you
got to read.
No, you're totally right.
And
it's awesome.
That's why like when we were talking, when I was trying to explain it to you, you're like, just shut up and let me watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you don't understand. This character is really fucking cool.
No, I want to get it. I was
like, this character is really fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
But then all you got to see was them get fucking slaughtered.
Which, by the way,
was
the best way for me to experience it because I thought it was great reading about them.
Yeah.
Right? So we're good. Arcane is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe how good it is. And like I how come this has never like come across me?
Just so that
you know what I mean?
Well, the reason why it never came across you is because it said League of Legends. And you were like, fuck that, that's gay. I'm not gonna watch it.
He got me. Ladies and gentlemen, he cracked the code.
But damn, we gotta get the mic the bird a mic.
No. We're gonna be talking. It should be. Yeah.
You're just gonna hear her breathing.
She definitely did not like that. She's like, "Are you talking about me?"
Yeah.
What? I don't think she would sound like that if she had like a person's voice. I think she would sound like, bro. So you know how I'm getting sidetracked. Remember how I wanted to write a script for you to see to judge?
Yeah.
Which I could do at any time. I'm just lazy. But just a quick little intro that we could film at some point. Instead of like the idea we had where it was a woman's mouth, it could be Houdini.
It could be the
coming
bird
into the camera, and then
just its face coming to the mic,
and then it's a voice coming out. How great is that?
That would be.
That way we wouldn't have to hire somebody.
That would be cool.
Oh, we're in.
Okay,
that's it.
You're a little actor.
You're a little actress. Wow, look at you. So pretty. She looks very depressed today. Actually, fun fact.
Why?
I don't know. So, anyways, I only finished episode 3. I'm on episode 4 of Arcane.
So
good.
What's happening right now?
All right, so here's where we're at.
I don't remember, like, I remember the whole thing.
Okay.
But I don't remember piece by piece, and I don't want to just be like, oh, that's the part that happens where this happens,
okay.
and I ruin something.
Yeah, don't ruin anything for me, because I'm really into it.
Yeah. Because I'm already, like, in my head, there's some scenes I want to say.
No.
But I can't
This is one of those shows where it's like, holy shit, I just got so invested. Please don't spoil anything.
Yeah.
If it was like something else, like Dune Prophecy or something we were talking about.
Who's your favorite so far?
That's hard to say because I can tell there's about to be a time jump. This is where I just ended the episode. I'll tell you the ending, so you don't say anything.
Okay.
Vi and Powder just broke up. They just broke up, and Psycho,
okay,
the evil guy with the eye,
he took Powder.
That's the end of the third episode. I just finished that.
Okay.
So I already know what's about to happen.
Oh, so you already seen... Oh, I'm not gonna
Hold on! Wait! Think carefully.
Yeah, keep
carefully, brother.
Keep going.
I feel like this is going to... Because I'm pretty good at reading scripts. Or, like, reading into a show.
Yeah.
I feel like there's about to be a time jump. I feel like there's about to be... Or we got one more episode and then a time jump. Where I think Powder is about to go by Jinx from now on. And be trained or raised up now by the Silco guy, Psycho. I forgot his name. Is it Silco?
It's Silco.
Okay. And then...
And I like his name, just saying.
I do like his name.
Like, for his character...
I also like his character.
The way that he looks, the way that he acts.
Yeah. Where he came from?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, when you understand his story, you understand why he's the way that he is.
I feel like I can't pick a side right now. Because I see what's going on here.
That's why
just like how you said it.
Like,
yeah.
Whose side are you on?
Well, right now it's hard to tell. But I might be, I might be with the bad good guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then Vi got taken. She got knocked out with chloroform and taken by the one. What are they called?
I think
underguards. What are they called?
They're like cops.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called though. They have a specific name.
I don't remember the names.
We'll just call them the upper police.
But they're essentially the wealthy community's police force.
Yeah. They're kind of hard. I like them. They're like stormtroopers.
They do a really good, like, when you see them like later on, you'll see them throw down.
Yeah, I really like the world building.
And they like, you think, oh, they're not main characters, they're just weak pieces of shit.
No, they're in.
No, dude, these guys will like literally pull out a fucking blade and just be like
Yeah, I liked the we talked about this a little bit, but that first episode where the kids are having a brawl.
Yeah.
The animation is fucking beautiful.
They put so much time and effort into the animation.
Wow.
Like, literally, all of that is 3D rendered all that. And they literally had professional fighters beat the shit out of each other as children.
Wow. Like it's motion capture?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's motion
I didn't know
capture that. Along with, them
3D animated.
Doing all the...
Like they drew it over them.
Yeah.
Like Disney style.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because a lot of the...
Wicked, man.
A lot of the 3D work in there, a lot of it's also hand-drawn stuff. So it's like a
it
real like big blend.
I love that art style.
Of everything. And it's so fucking good.
I forgot what started that. It was either Borderlands or it was Dishonored. The games.
It's
that style.
Definitely Borderlands. Dishonored, I think, was out longer, though. I think Dishonored came out before Borderlands.
I can't recall. But you know that style.
Yes.
I love that art style.
100%.
I love that
That art style is amazing to me.
Makes me come constantly. So yeah, I'm right now huge fucking fan of Arcane. I'm only on episode 3, so please don't spoil anything.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it in full depth.
You're gonna love Powder's transition.
I mean, I'm already there.
Like,
I get it.
The way that when she went with...
He's gonna say something.
When she went with the guy,
Sure.
right? Selko or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Did you see why she went with him?
Well, Vi basically was like, hey, you caused all these people to die. You weren't helping.
Okay, so you saw the two best friends get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Like,
it's her fault.
Dude, they were like, we're going to save you.
Yeah,
we're going to help
By the way, beautiful writing.
And did you see it coming?
A little.
Did you see
the build up?
So
I was like, oh, something's bad.
The way that I saw it was Dad's going to fuck them up and do his thing because everybody talks so big about Dad.
Okay.
Right?
Vander.
Yeah, Vander.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's doing his brawl and he looks so good doing it.
Oh yeah, he looks great.
It's like rough and tough. Like everybody knew not to fuck with him.
He's like 20 years later, I still got it.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later, yeah.
And then in my head I'm like, he's dead. He's
Yeah, he was clearly gonna die.
This is his end game.
Yeah.
He's only doing this to get the kids out.
The fight on a bridge. Oh, you know he's gonna die,
dude.
But it's gonna look sweet.
It was so good.
It's gonna look sweet.
And then, but then, like,
hey, she's going for you.
Whatever.
Your hair. She's getting in.
You see the kids, and you're like, okay, one of them is gonna get like wounded.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think they were just gonna get slaughtered.
No. I thought I was with you. I was like, the bomb was gonna go off, and Vi
kid's gonna lose an arm. That kid's gonna lose a leg.
Yeah.
Like, that was going through my head.
Right.
I was like, there's no way something bad's gonna happen to where the relationship's going to break.
Mm-hmm.
And because, like, I know the story of what happens to both of them, right? Like, I know their end game stories.
Gotcha.
But ooh. Forgot about the mic.
Don't do that. Is it still on?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
that was funny.
I know their end game, which pretty much is just them, Vi always chasing her down and trying to capture her.
Yeah, I can. You know. Yeah, you can tell.
But before that, I was like, yeah, the only reason she's gonna go hard like that is because pretty much Vi is stuck taking care of these fucking bums now.
Right.
That are wounded.
Yeah.
No. They were like,
they're dead.
Crushed by a boulder, ripped in half. Fuck this. Dude.
Yeah.
I love that. Didn't a pole get ripped through the boy or something?
Yeah, a pole shot through the skinny guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh god, I gotta pull this out. And then he looked up and he got crushed by rubble again.
Yeah. And then he got crushed. He saw his imminent death.
Yeah.
And then looked up and just said,
and there's another one.
Yeah. Gets crushed.
The other guy got it easy. I think he got shrapnel straight to the eye, so that's why his goggles flew off.
Yeah.
And then he got crushed.
Yeah.
Crazy work killing off those kids.
Dude. And then, Vi makes it out, whatever. Like, they succeed at helping her, I guess.
I gotcha.
And the explosion, I guess, helps a little.
Yeah, I really love the way Jinx is getting written so far. Like, the way, like, her story, I get it.
Like, you understand why she's...
As soon as I saw her, like, in Silco's arms, and she looks up at the camera and, like, has the anger cry, I was like, wow! I'm so on board with both characters right now. I'm torn in half. I'm literally like, wow, I get it from both sides.
Yeah.
And then you saw Vi was, like, about to come back, like, oh, no, wait, I have to protect Powder. And then it was like, nah.
It's too late.
And the upper guy came. Oh my god, the writing is so clean,
dude.
I'm gonna get there, and then we'll talk about it.
Right after that episode, the aftermath.
Yeah.
Like they do a whole cleanup spot, and it's just good.
I'm in.
To be honest, I think the next episode, other than just the cleanup stuff, you don't follow Vi anymore.
Okay.
You go to the next people.
The next group.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was wondering, because I know there's so many characters to play in League, and the 2 times that I played it, I had like a nice list of people to choose from. I'm wondering where their stories kind of mix in.
Well, so you're going to be following the story of Jace.
Yep. Victor.
Yep. Jason, Victor, Caitlyn, Vi, and Jinx. And then you're also going to meet Echo, which, dude,
Echo's the black guy, right?
So fucking good, yeah.
And he was the kid.
He's the little boy.
Okay, because I saw some clips from season 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I remember his character.
Season 2, all I've heard is Echo is fucking amazing.
Okay, cool.
And I'm like,
we have to watch it.
I want to see it.
Well, I'm going to wrap up that season very fast. Yeah. The way that I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, there's no way you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, hell, I'm willing to rewatch it. I don't give a fuck.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I can't believe how good it is. Like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah. I used to recommend it to everybody, and I just never would tell you to watch it because I didn't think you'd care.
Which I appreciate because, I don't really like League.
Yeah.
However,
but this, I'm in. It's just a whole different thing. And then the thing about League, let me correct it. The thing about Riot Games is that
calling out the whole thing.
It's not only League of Legends anymore.
Yeah. No,
they've come out with so much different stuff. They're producing so much different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if you like Mortal Kombat, they're coming out with like a side scroller fighting game. I don't really care for Mortal Kombat too much.
Yeah.
I've played it. I've played in tournaments.
Yeah.
I've done well.
Yeah.
But fucking, they're coming out with their own version of that where you can play as like all the different characters and just beat the shit out of each other.
Fair.
And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They've come out with like solo stories to like continue the background stories of the characters. Like they did Nunu and William. That's McLean's favorite character in the game.
I don't know who these people are.
It's a little boy with a big Yeti.
I kind of remember.
And their story is supposed to be like, it's just the bond of a little boy and his big ass Yeti trying to like make his way home and stuff.
So as you can see, I have no real knowledge of the lore and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain something to me real quick that won't spoil the story?
Sure.
Can you explain to me how the fuck the magic works? So far don't get it, or are they going to explain it in the next 2 episodes?
So what magic do you want me to explain? There are different magics.
Fuck me, there's different magics.
These little. So, are you talking about the bombs things that Powder has?
Well,
because that's a different kind of. It's magic and not magic at the same time.
Okay, are people born with magic in this universe?
Yes.
Okay.
People are innately born with magic, but in that rich community, they are shunned depending on which place you're born from.
Right.
Some of them are honored.
Yeah.
And like taken care of as gods, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Others are just the moment you have magic, they will throw you in prison.
Okay. Okay.
And there's a lot of so there's like two big groups. There's the Noxus and then there's the Demacians, right? This show covers some of the Noxians and it shows some of the Demacians. And long story short, they obviously don't click. There's a big war between them.
Okay.
But in this land that they're at, there's a unity to where there's an understanding, hey, we're not going to fight here. We're not going to fight here.
Okay.
This is where we can talk.
I got you.
You know? Demacians usually don't give a fuck, though. They will slaughter anybody.
Yeah.
And they will kill all.
Sick.
I have learned throughout the years that the Noxians really aren't that bad of people.
Okay.
So how they work is your rank is based on your strength.
Okay.
All they believe in is strength. So you can do what you want in this world, whatever you're born with, and you can lead the charge as long as you are strong, right? There's the leader of the group, or he's just one of the leaders, I guess. His name's Darius, and in the show, I love how he just seems like just a normal dude. Like you don't meet him in the show, but like all the skits and all the different things that they've shown of him, like they made like their own videos of him. He just seems like a normal dude who just knows how to beat the shit out of people.
Sick. Like
he goes up against magical people and just knows I can fuck her up or I can fuck him up. Let me just whoop his ass, right? But
like Toji.
Yeah, I guess so.
From Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, no, because yeah, I'll just go with yeah.
Yeah.
But
does he have magical powers or no?
No.
Okay, like
he is literally a normal dude that just runs up and beats the shit out of people.
I like that.
But
catch his hands.
Then you'll see like the special people who are literally like they'll literally walk up to him, blink to him, shoot him with like a big energy blast, and then he's down on the ground. He's just a normal dude. He's down.
Nice.
But then he's like, fuck it, I could just take one more hit, you know?
I like that.
But then, he fights his counterpart's supposed to be Garen, which Garen wears this full plate armor. He's this giant fucking what would he be? He is the closest thing to a paladin. Okay. But not a paladin.
Great.
Right?
So a knight.
Because League of Legends technically doesn't have a paladin. But he technically doesn't have magic either. And has some form of magic. Because I guess he has like a magic sword or something.
Okay.
But when he fights, he like has anti-magic clothes. So if he goes up against anyone who usually would have magic, he's like just a normal dude who's willing to beat the shit out of them too. I don't know. I can talk a lot about all the individual characters. Like there's like the lore between Garen and Katarina. Katarina is essentially this
I have no idea who the fuck these people are that he's talking about.
She's essentially a twin blade holder, right? Like 2 daggers. And she just runs around and she has the ability to teleport.
Cool.
Like she can just blink from spot to spot and whenever she wants.
I gotcha.
And she can throw her knife and teleport to it. Stuff like that.
Ah,
but
Naruto.
Yeah. So she'll pretty much fight Garen, and like the whole time there's like they'll have like a sexual tension between it. And, like,
sure.
A lot of people are like, I don't know. I gotta check again because it may or may not been confirmed. But Garen is like secretly in love with her, and she flirts with him. Blah blah blah.
Cute.
But they're on the opposite
enemies.
team.
Yeah. I like
they
that.
They can't be together.
I like that a lot.
Right?
That's some Romeo and Juliet shit.
Yeah,
I like that.
But they've made like a silhouette version of it where like they did like a whole fight between both of them, and the whole time she's just flirting with him while he's trying his best to rip his sword through her, and he just can't get her.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's really good.
She keeps teleporting around him,
yeah,
kind of thing. Cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's some other stuff, but for the most part, depending on where you go, magic is bad. Some places magic is good.
Okay.
Some places you get forced upon magic, and then others it's just demons taking over your body.
So spoil this for me.
Okay.
You know what? No.
Well, at least tell me what it is.
Okay. I want to know if the purple shit that Silco is making and the magic that Brayden, what's his name? Galen. Brace.
Jace.
I got there. And the blue magic shit that Brace is working on. What is it? Jace. That Jace is working on. Do they give people powers which makes them the League of Legends? Which makes them like the main characters?
So do you want me to explain what Hextech is?
No, because I know they're gonna explain it. Because I can see that Victor and Jace are literally building it right now.
Right. So
I said no.
It's not really a ruiner because there's Hextech weapons all over the world.
Okay. You just answered a little something I had, which was the weapons. They make magic weapons that people wield.
They give the ability to harness the magic that's within the world.
Okay.
It can draw in that power to allow you to do things you normally wouldn't be able to do.
So, for example, which I think in my head is what might happen.
So, non-magic people can have magic.
Jinx, for example, is a tinkerer. She likes making things, right?
Yes.
I know her main weapon is like a minigun, isn't it?
She uses a minigun and
bombs.
She also uses a rocket launcher.
Oh, the rocket launcher. That's what it is. Yeah, I see people at cons with a rocket launcher all the time.
Yep.
That is infused with Hextech? Or is she magic? You know what I mean? Like, that's the part that I'm not understanding yet that I think will probably
she is not magic by any means.
Right. But she gets the weapons to do so.
So, I think it's the first episode. They rob Jace.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they rob Jace, yeah. And they get all the blue crystals.
Powder has all the blue crystals.
Right.
I don't remember. Does she keep them?
She keeps like
she makes a bomb out of one of them.
She makes a bomb out of 3 of them, which she throws and kills her friends.
Yeah.
Right.
So God,
that writing was beautiful.
It's so good.
Yeah. That writing was so good. I can't believe how good
long story short, Jinx is a super genius. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can
as you can watch her as a kid, she's building things that no other kids understand. Right. They don't work for her right now.
No, but they're getting there.
But now she has a fucking mad scientist behind her.
Right.
So I'm not gonna go deep into it.
No, but I picked that up. I got you.
But understand, he grows her like a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm
getting that vibe.
But so from there, she actually figures out what Hextech is.
Okay.
So she starts creating her own version of Hextech.
Okay. So she is basically competing against Jace in making things.
In a way, but no.
They don't know each other, I'll say.
They don't interact with each other at all.
They're making the same thing.
Well, they kind of do, but don't.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't, because if I go too deep into that part, it'll ruin stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I want you to understand, her weapons specifically that she has, they're just normal weapons that were modified so that she could have the Hextech powers.
Exactly. I gotcha. I'm picking that up.
And
I'm also picking up that this is all one big giant circle.
There's a huge circle.
Because them robbing the place kicked off everything.
Yeah.
The explosion kicked off being arrested, which kicked off Jace actually finishing and making Hextech.
Yep.
And being accepted by the council.
You saw Heimerdinger, right?
The little The little fucker.
Yeah.
The guy looks like a dog.
Yeah, the one that I was like, he's the evilest one of them all.
No, it's funny because I think I played him once when we were playing League.
Well, I'm sure I have, but
no, you played him. I remember.
He's one of my favorite characters.
I gotcha. Yeah.
In the game.
Nice.
In the show,
careful.
Yeah, it's fuck. It's
careful, because I can already tell he's got a weird backstory that he's not sharing everything.
Well, the thing is, he's a Yordle, right?
What the fuck is that? Is that a species?
It's a species in that world. Yordles are magical creatures who pretty much live forever until something bad happens.
Okay, that's why he's centuries old.
Yeah,
gotcha.
They essentially can't die unless something, like if something
kills him,
tries to kill them.
Yeah.
Which is nearly impossible from what the lore states, because like they can be killed, but it's like they're so tricky. They have all these different things that can force them to not be killable.
Yeah.
Like you know how I'll say Teemo, right? Teemo's the little rat guy. I'm sure you don't know what he looks like or anything.
I got nothing.
He's literally right there with the little scope thing.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, grab him because my vision is not what it used to be.
This is what he looks like.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the little rat with a mushroom mouth.
Yeah, that does not look like a rat to me.
Well, he's not a rat.
Yeah,
but
he does not look like a rat.
But he's essentially just a little furry creature, right?
Yeah.
I also have
I can't tell if he has a tail.
The cat. Her name's Yumi.
You showing off your little toys?
Yeah. But yeah. So he's considered one of the most vicious killers in the world.
Okay. He looks very innocent.
Right.
He looks like an explorer.
But it's because of what his abilities are.
Okay.
Right? He works with poison, so he poisons anyone that he comes in contact with. And he has the ability to camouflage himself to whatever specific needs that he needs.
Gotcha.
Right? So if that's why he has like, there's a running joke because he has like fucking 20 skins, right? But all of them are like, if he was in this location, this is what he looks like. If he's in this location, this is what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a panda version of him.
I've seen that one.
There's a bunny version of him. Yeah. There's a what is it? There's like a fucking a Black Ops version of him.
You see how nice and interested I am when he talks about this shit? I give him my full attention. And when I talk about Dune, he just gets so fucking aggressive. And so bored and so angry.
You just don't understand how boring that fucking show is / movie.
I mean, League is boring. League's a boring fucking game. League sucks balls.
So where I'm
But Arcane's fun.
I hope you understand. Where I'm at in League.
I understand that you have 3,000 hours in League.
I've spent way too much time and effort on League to give it up now. It is essentially...
I'm addicted.
It is essentially my drug.
Okay.
I have given it up for months and weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But I always come back to it. And
it's always downloaded on his
find
computer.
Myself most of the time not enjoying playing it.
But you play it.
But I play it because I find it enjoyable to test my skills, to see how good I've gotten, to see how it's just about because you're playing against a real person.
Yeah.
That person could be better than you or they could be worse than you.
Yeah.
And when you face someone that's clearly better than you and you like reflect on it and you're like, man, I could have played that better.
Yeah,
I was
like
completely outmatched. And then you're like, I'll do better next time I fight this specific champion because I know I'm going to have a hard time. I've done that many times, and sometimes I'll be completely ignorant, right? I'll be like, I don't even understand how this fucker's beating me. This is bullshit. You know, fuck this game. They just people are playing broken shit right now, but it's not broken. They just know how to play it, and I'm just getting outplayed. Whatever.
But you gotta get mad at something.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm one of those people now. Back then, that used to be my night. Like, I would be pissed for the rest of the night when I play.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'll scream and yell for a quick second. I'm good. I can move on.
Fuck.
I can play something else.
Yeah. I've heard you.
Yeah.
In Discord, I've heard you go, God damn it. And then that's it.
Yeah. It took me a long time to get there, though. I'll say that.
I used to throw my fucking...
Yeah, dude. I broke many keyboards. What is bullshit? Bah! Just slam that shit.
Isn't that so weird how you grow out of that? You know what I mean? how you mature from that age. Like, I always wondered, why was I ever so mad at playing games when I was a kid? I used to be up like at 3 a.m. playing like Call of Duty and shit, and just getting fucking infuriated about like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just games that don't matter.
I remember one time I was just in my room. So this is when I lived at my parents' house.
Okay.
In the basement, and I was playing League at night. And I was like, no, that's not fucking possible. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just a shitty ass player at that time. And then I just remember my dad coming down there, quiet as can be, comes down, fucking comes up behind me, and he's like, shut the fuck up, I got work tomorrow. And it just slaps the fuck out of me. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And I like immediately turned it off, and then I went to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
She wants attention.
Yeah, every time.
Pat her head. She wants little rubs. I
gotta clip her beak again.
She getting a little long there.
It's getting a little crooked.
What the fuck?
Well, no, like because it's doing that thing where it's like slanted.
Yeah.
So I gotta readjust it. But yeah, Arcane is amazing. I recommend it to anybody who wants to watch it.
Yeah, if you hate League like I do, it's a great show,
dude.
I have to pay that respect. I mean, I feel like this is gonna. You have to hold me back because I feel like this is gonna turn out how it felt with Cyberpunk. I did not like Cyberpunk 2077 when it came out because number one, wasted potential because they released it early and it was garbage, right? Number two it was actually just like a garbage game at the time. When it first came out, I didn't like the story.
It was a garbage game.
I didn't like the lag.
If they made more shows like that, that'd be sweet,
dude.
Because it didn't have to be the same guy over and over again. And well, it can't be the same guy.
Oh, are you talking about like spin-offs of Cyberpunk?
Yeah,
Edge Runners.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Because Edge Runners was really good.
I would watch a Johnny Silverhand animated. Do you know what that is?
I don't know who Johnny Silverhand is.
Oh, he's how do I best describe it? Okay, I won't spoil anything. I won't say anything. I'll just say, in the game, he's Keanu Reeves. That's all you need to know.
Gotcha. Okay.
There it is.
Oh, but before I forget something real quick,
yes.
I do want to mention that Heimerdinger knows way too much.
You can tell.
Yeah.
No. And that's why I love the show is the way that it's written. I'm like, oh, I'm hooked. Because I want to know what he knows.
It pisses me off how much he knows.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't tell you.
You can tell
because it's almost like he doesn't have what is it, like that fourth wall break, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like every time he's about to tell you something,
you can see the animation. Yeah,
he just goes, and I'm not gonna say, you know,
like for example, when he broke his character at the meeting when they were all voting against the magic, because he could tell that Jace's speech was about to get inspiring.
Oh, it was
like I was like, good. I'm in. I'm hooked because I can tell these two. There's some shit going on right
here. The thing is, it doesn't say it.
Yeah.
Heimerdinger clearly knows what Hextech is.
Yeah.
If this is something
you can
he
tell.
Probably made.
Yeah, you can tell.
So the original story, like Victor and Heimerdinger were supposed to be like the ones who created Hextech.
Gotcha.
And like, yes, Jace was a part of it too.
Sure.
But Heimerdinger's like the foundation and leading head fucking person for this.
Yeah.
Like he built most weapons and shit, right? And then he's like, well, Hextech is too dangerous. Because it is. It's literally like everybody can have a nuke in their hand at any time.
Yeah.
Right? And at any time, it could turn into a devastating nuke because you've seen the bombs.
Right. Just one of those.
And those aren't bombs.
Yeah, they're just uncontrolled power gems.
Yeah, they're just the energy source that helps pull shit in.
Where are they coming from, by the way? Or is that going to be explained?
They're being made.
By Jace?
Yeah, Jace and Victor.
How are they creating crystals?
I'm not going to tell you anymore.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I was about
to go into it.
And we'll go into it next episode.
And I stopped myself.
We will go into it next episode.
Okay.
Yeah. We should move on from this talk before we get too deep into it.
But I just wanted to say that like Heimerdinger is one of my favorite people, and he literally taught me nothing
I got you.
While being the smartest person in the room.
And you know what's funny? You look like him.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean like with the beard and that.
Yeah.
I could see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He actually went through a lot of renditions. He used to not look like a little hamster. He used to look like a little midget.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to
I feel
like
I remember you.
He used to look like just a normal dude.
Oh, I thought
he was just tiny.
I thought he always looked like a dog.
No, they changed all the Yordles to make sure that they all looked like furries.
It makes more sense if they're magical creatures.
Yeah,
I'd rather that than being halflings running around.
Yeah, like there's a lot of little shorts and stuff that explain what I want to see fucking Bilgewater.
Who the fuck is that?
That's a location.
Okay. Where the fuck's that?
Bilgewater is kind of like the pirate area.
Okay, that's where that girl who I played for the first time is from, with the red head. She's hot. She shoots a musket ball. She's not that good.
Misfortune. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Do you like how I went down the line?
Yeah.
Redhead, kind of hot, not that good.
As soon as you said muskets, I was like, oh, okay,
yeah. She's not that great.
Because you said redhead, I immediately thought of like 7 to 8 other fucking people. With
Pirate hat, redhead.
Yeah.
There you go.
But long story short, that's kind of like that scene. And I know you like pirate nautical.
I love pirates. Yeah.
A lot of Yordles hang out in Vandal City and all that.
Cool.
And Bilgewater, like they hang out there just because it's such a booming area. And the thing about Yordles is when you look at them, they look like normal people for the most part. A good way of explaining it, you look like this, right? But you could be fucking Timo, right? But you just look like a normal human right now for us.
Yeah, but in the show, does everybody know that he looks like a dog?
Only people he wants can see his true form. So when Heimerdinger is walking around, there are people who don't see him as a Yordle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
There are people who know that he is a Yordle because he's lived thousands of years. Right. He
lived thousands of years? I thought he was only a couple hundred years old.
Dude, I don't know how old he is, but whatever.
Shit. He knows too much.
He knows a lot.
He knows
well, they're from another world.
He saw the creation of time.
Like literally from their lore is that a fucking portal opened
Jesus
up.
Christ.
Yeah. A portal opened up and they just walked out and now they're in this fucking world and they just cause havoc.
That's called an isekai.
Yeah. That's why they're all my favorites. But I don't know if they can go back to that world. But there's so many interesting Yordles that they're all unique in their own way. And they all have their own powers, right?
Sick.
But there's a lot of lore between them that people say you don't fuck with Yordles. And a lot of the people who explain it really well are the people from like Bilgewater and all that.
Gotcha.
Like the pirate people. Because, superstition for pirates is real.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if you fuck with one of them, there's a chance you'll be fucked, right? And they did a whole skit thing where they did I'll show you some of these videos later or something, but there's a whole video of a group of people kidnapping a bunch of Yordles and locking them up, and then just one Yordle comes out of nowhere and just whoops all their asses. And by accident too. Like they didn't even mean to.
Nice.
It's just she had the ability and she was mad and yelling at other people and she just so happened to cause casualties.
Nice. Sick.
I don't want to explain it too much because we're gonna move out of League of Legends because I can there's just too much content.
Sure. No, I get it.
There's so much
I'm with you. Yeah.
Each individual character, like one of my favorite characters' name is Rammus.
You're still going.
Yeah, I know. But I want to get Rammus out there. They changed his lore a little bit, but his original lore is that he woke up one day and there was an earthquake happening around him, and he was found by Ezreal.
Ezreal, who the fuck's that?
Ezreal is
an angel.
No, he is essentially.
You look like you're about to spoil something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. This isn't a part of Arcane. Ezreal is just this guy who.
The way he said Ezreal, and he looked at me like I was gonna know who the fuck that was.
Well,
you looked at me with such like confidence.
So I want you to know,
he got found by Ezreal.
Any League of Legends players, they know who Ezreal is.
Okay, great.
Because he's been a staple in League of Legends. He's literally like one of the first fucking champs.
Okay.
Not really, but yeah.
Who the fuck is Rammus?
Rammus?
Sure.
He's essentially a armadillo with spikes on his back.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like a mixture between an armadillo, porcupine, and fucking Sonic.
Okay.
Because he can spin.
I gotcha.
But long story short, he doesn't have any memories. He wakes up and he's just in the desert. There's an earthquake going on. And Ezreal finds him and says, hey, you should join the League of Legends. And he just goes and joins. His lore is the most stupidest.
That's dumb as fuck.
Yeah. But then you have these ones where, like...
They're fully fleshed out.
They're fully fleshed out. They're so detailed.
I gotcha.
And, like, some of them they've changed just so that they could fit into the different lore. You know?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure there was a lot of writing that went into this Arcane stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because it seems like all the main characters are about to loop into each other's stories. Real hard.
Oh, yeah. They all essentially...
And like, the way that all the characters are so different in League, I'm like, there's no way they started with all of this. I feel like they wrote all these characters separately, and now they're like, oh, let's put them all together.
Yeah. So...
let's intertwine all their destinies.
That's why they, like, changed the lore. So, like, they'll come out with, like, a new character, right? And now this character literally affects the lore of all these other people. And they'll change the lore dramatically for all the others.
I mean, hey,
just so this new character can be
part of the lore.
Yeah.
That's a really great way to never run out of business.
Yeah.
So when we start the Hobo Arena...
there's going to be lore for
each homeless person.
Oh, my God. Coliseum.
And when they die, we have to build a statue in the Ludus.
Oh, and it's going to have, like, their cocks on the thing.
We didn't have to go that far.
But that's the point of those statues.
We'll have lady fighters too.
They're vagine.
Here's what the lips look like.
Yeah.
Horrible. Some are like protruding out.
Oh no.
Like hands.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah. So one thing that I think I didn't talk about, right? Did I talk about Jake from State Farm last time? I don't think I did.
I remember,
but I wanted to talk about it.
I remember we talked about something about Jake from State Farm.
Did we?
Yes. No, I kind of remember talking about Jake from State Farm.
I remember you bringing it up, but I don't remember.
Yeah, because you told me to remind you.
Right.
And I'm almost positive you said something.
Okay. Do you know anything that I said?
No.
Because I think it was, we talked about it at the very start.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do it.
Well, why don't you go into it?
Okay.
And if I get dings, I'll be like,
so no. I'll say this. Do you know anything about Jake from State Farm? The white guy with the khakis?
Except for the commercial. And then he got, once the stop, bitch. Dude, she's like chewing.
Flinging the food.
And she's flinging shit everywhere.
Okay, so I'll just
go into it. Go into it.
So something that I found out recently, because I always wondered why the white guy got replaced.
It was just an older commercial.
No, that wasn't the reason.
Okay, go ahead.
So the actual reason why they replaced him with a black guy, which there's no, I don't give a fuck. Hey,
unapologetic voices.
I'm not apologizing, but I don't give a fuck that he's black now. But now that I understand why he's that person, it makes sense.
What do we got?
So the original guy, they literally went to one of their buildings and was like, hey, we just need you to shoot this one little scene. It's not going to matter.
Oh, he's a real
employee.
Oh, that's so cool.
That was just sitting at his desk.
That's my dream.
And they were just like, hey, we need you to do this for us real quick.
Yeah.
Are you willing? And he was just like, yeah, fuck it. And then he got the phone call, and then all he says, khakis?
Khakis.
Yeah. And it made no sense that everybody fell in love with him.
Yeah. It was the show.
That it got so bad for him. Like his life changed dramatically.
They're like, you're Jake from State Farm. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he was just this normal dude trying to work at State Farm.
Yeah.
And people would harass him. Like they would call the company like, hey, I want to talk to Jake.
Can I talk to Jake?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, transfer.
Yeah. They'll transfer you to Jake, whatever. And like they'll do it and they'll like you'd get so many people just talking to him, like he'd get so many people, like just constant harassment. Like
they'd be like, "What are you wearing?"
He would leave, and they'd be, "What are you wearing?" Like he would just harass him.
Oh, man.
And he's like, he started getting frustrated with it.
Sure.
Because he's like, I thought it was just a fucking, like it wasn't even a great line or anything.
Yeah.
It was just
they just asked me one day.
He just asked me one day to fucking say khakis, and all of a sudden I'm this fucking high celeb now. which I don't think he wanted that, so he didn't really do anything too crazy with it.
Sure. Like the other guy hangs out with celebrities now, and he's like,
well, that other
famous.
guy is a professional actor.
Yeah.
So the company was like, well, we need to delete him from the history, right? They were like, because this poor guy is getting his life ruined because we decided to ask him to fucking do this.
He could sue potentially.
I'm not sure if he did. But
Okay.
he might have done something. He got some sort of payout, I think.
That's good.
I don't know all the details.
Oh, they took care of
Look
him.
it up if you want. But what I do know is they did their due diligence and they removed him from the scenes. They deleted all the old shit, even though it's still out there. And they only put the black guy, which he won the script or whatever. So, you know, congratulations for him. They could have been a random white guy, could have been a Mexican, could have been anyone. Who cares? Black guy won it. Awesome. And he's really good, you know? He does his scenes. He has a bunch of like lines that he's able to do and all that. But he is now the official face of it because that poor guy got harassed. And I thought it was a funny story to tell.
Okay. You have not told that.
Yeah, I didn't think I did.
I think we started it and then it got lost.
And then immediately just didn't talk about it.
I think it got shut down.
Yeah.
Okay. Good lore.
Yeah.
Good story time.
Just thought about talking about that for no reason.
No, I mean, solid though. Solid.
Because it's just been in the back of my head, like, man, Jake from State Farm got, like, Jake was his real name.
Yeah.
Like, that was just...
He probably legally changed it.
Dude, like, he was just getting fucking harassed.
Well, I hope State Farm takes care of him for life.
Oh, dude, that'd be amazing.
What do they offer? Isn't State Farm home insurance or something?
Home and auto, I think.
Home and auto, yeah.
I'm not sponsored. I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know either.
Why are you asking me this?
J.K. Simmons also does ads for State Farm, doesn't he?
No idea.
Oh.
I don't even know who that is.
If I showed you his face, you'd be like, oh, I know who that is. He's an actor.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes for me.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a big face guy.
Yeah. The moment I see a face, I'm like, oh, okay, I know who that is.
Yeah, just like
Same
how...
thing with rap and shit. Like, the people will say, like, this crazy fucking rap name, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck
Right, but
that
then you
is.
hear their song.
And I hear their song, and I'm like,
oh,
right.
I know who that is. Exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm the same way. And I was feeling that way about your friend who came on our podcast last session.
Robert or Cedric?
Robert, when he was like, I was at the wedding. I was like, no, the fuck you weren't, because I've seen everybody.
Yeah.
But that's because his head at all times was facing towards the door, and he was sitting at the farthest table away from me. However,
I think when you
were
were outside smoking a cigar, he was out there too.
No, I do remember somebody in a Hawaiian shirt who I nodded to, who was smoking a cigar out in that patio.
Yeah, man.
And that was him.
Dude, I paid so much money for those fucking cigars.
Yeah.
For everybody to have one as a gift.
Yeah, and
then as soon as I brought them bitches out, I literally saw McLean with like 7 of them bitches in his pocket.
They didn't want them.
And I was just like, what
McLean
the fuck is going on?
I'll take them.
I was like, I understand there were people who didn't want them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the moment someone was like, no, I'm okay, one of our friend group was like, ha ha! You know? Yeah. Opportunity!
That's okay. It's not going to waste.
And I agree.
Yeah, so don't be mad about it.
And I wasn't going to smoke them, obviously.
Why not?
Well, I smoked one. That was it.
Oh, okay.
But...
You mean because you have one lung or what?
Yeah, but I'm not going to... Like, if I had like 50 of them bitches left over...
No,
I'm not going to sit there consistently.
No, not in one session.
Like, hell, I haven't even smoked the one that you bought me.
Yeah, I mean, just like one a week.
No, I wouldn't even do that. What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to do it all in one session.
I don't know, man. It's just one of those thoughts. Like, I've never been a smoker, never will be a smoker.
I gotcha.
And then I have, like, so the first time I ever smoked was in my old van with my brother, and I think he had a girlfriend at the time, so she was in the car, and my mom was like, I'll be right back, I'm gonna go to the store real quick, and she hopped out, and my brother pulled out a fucking cigarette and started fucking smoking it, and then I was like, hey man, you shouldn't be doing that, you know? And then he was like, shut up man, take a hit. And I was just like, okay.
It's actually pretty funny.
You know? Because, you know, I'm one of those people. I was always willing to do things.
Yeah.
So, whatever. He said it. I did. I took like 2 puffs from it. And then I was just like, oh.
We do not advertise smoking.
No, not at all. And then I was like, no, this is horrible. Like, it didn't taste good.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah.
And I was just like, here. And he's like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, don't do this, you know? And I tried it. And I learned this isn't for me.
Nope.
As a little kid, I was like, no, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And then later, I've only ever had 2 cigarettes my whole life, and it's just a puff, right?
Yeah.
I did with one of my brother's old best friends before he went to jail. His name was Nathan. Really cool guy, for the most part. He was smoking a cigarette, and I was like just walking by, and he was like, "Hey Kyle, you want to hit real quick?" Because like we were doing construction together, we were doing roofing, and then I was like, "Nah, I don't smoke." And he's like, "You sure, man?" And like this is a pick me up, you know? Like he was talking good about it or whatever. And I was just like, well, you know, the one time I tried it, it like came out my nose. And then he's like, "Oh, you know how to do it? Try it." And I was just like, okay. And the cigarette that he was smoking, I don't know what fucking brand it was, but like what my brother was smoking was way smoother than what he was smoking.
Yeah, yeah.
Because as soon as I went, and then I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
like it just like whatever smoke that was, just like it didn't feel smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
Felt like I really had to struggle to put it inside my body. And then I was like, nope, this
that was your body telling you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I was like, nope, sorry, it's not for me. And then other than that, like I'm talking about cigarettes wise.
Sure.
Cigar, my dad let me light one of his cigars. Now, I didn't know what he was talking about because I asked him, I was like, "Can I light your cigar for you?" I just wanted to hold the lighter.
Yeah.
And like turn it on for him. And
but he gave it to you to light.
He gave me the cigar and then was like, "Light it up." So then I'm just like standing there holding it like that, and he's like, "No, you fucking retard! Put your mouth on it and puff." I was like, "Oh," you know. And then I'm just like, and then like it cut on and turned on, whatever. And then I was like, "Oh, okay," and I gave it back to him. And then that was it. Like my mom was there too. Like she watched me do it. It wasn't like anything crazy.
Sure.
But you know, that was like the first time I ever had a cigar, and I was just like, "This." And then I explained to him, I was like, "I only wanted to hold the lighter. I didn't want to smoke or anything." And he's just like, "Well, if you tried it, you don't like it, don't ever do it. It's not worth it." And then he takes a big ass swig,
yeah.
You know, because my dad was like an avid fucking, like he didn't like cigarettes, he liked cigars.
Yeah.
So every once in a blue
He's
moon,
Cuban.
he'd go buy a fucking box. Jamaica would go to Cuba, bring him some, and he'd smoke the fuck out of them when he had the chance. But yeah, no, I've never been too big on cigarettes and stuff. And then I tried vaping because I'm like, well, vape doesn't really go into your lungs. It's just supposed to be in your mouth, even though there are people who do inhale it, which is bad because it's fucking liquid. You don't want liquid in your lungs. That's stupid.
Who told you it's supposed to go in your mouth?
So
Aquiles, no.
No, it's this guy named Trey.
Okay.
He is now. I will do a shout out for him. I don't know his full name because I'm a bad friend, but I met this guy in Cuba, or going to Cuba. It's one of Gladier's like close friends that they used to be like baseball team friends before like Gladier like fell off and he actually succeeded. And he still keeps in contact. He visits us and stuff, and like now he has his own TV show. It's just coming out at the end of this year. It's going to be on I think it's called Tubi or whatever. I've never been on Tubi or seen it, but
not a sponsor.
Just so that you guys can find it, his show is going to be I don't know the name of it, but it is about him, a prison break show. Long story short.
Okay.
From what he was telling me, it's like his character is like this, you know, whatever, he does some bad shit, gets thrown in jail, and then he breaks out. And then
those are my Gucci glasses that fell a minute ago.
Yeah. I've been looking at them.
And you just let them stay down there?
Like, you know, we started this. They're just still there. Do you want to go get them?
Those are expensive.
Well, yeah.
And prescription, you fucking whore.
Oh, that's funny because...
Is it?
No.
Is it? So, let it be known, before we started the podcast, I heard something fall.
And I didn't know what fell until I saw it, like, maybe...
When did you see it?
Maybe like 20 minutes ago.
You fucking asshole, man. Shit, I can't see without my glasses, brother.
Yeah, I can't see right now either.
Well, I mean, like I can't drive or anything. I mean, I can. My eyesight's not that bad. It's just like,
Yeah, whatever you say, man.
they're Gucci glasses.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
We're in this.
No, you can't say my shit.
You
can't take those from me too. Fucking asshole.
Okay.
All right,
We can put that on a shirt.
What? I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Whatever. That's your catchphrase.
I'm in.
One of them.
All right. Let me resettle here. Good thing we have these sick ass mics.
Yeah, dude. It all
from
comes
your mother-in-law.
full circle.
It all comes full circle.
Shout out to Tracy. She got them for me.
So what the fuck does Trey have to do with?
Oh, right.
Vaping.
So
I don't understand.
So he had his thing and he asked me, like, he had this big ass one, like he spent like good money.
Yeah, the big juice ones. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this one you can like level the nicotine count. Like, yeah, that's a separate thing for nicotine, separate thing for like just the flavor. Yeah. And he's like, there's a specific flavor I fucking love, and like there's the nicotine stuff. It's so fucking great. It's amazing. And I'm like, he's talking it up, and I'm like, oh, well, if it's got nicotine, I don't want nothing to do with it. He was like, I got you, man. Turned it all the way to 0. And he like took a couple puffs in case there was aftermath.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was just like, well, doesn't that shit get in your lungs? That's water. Like, it's bad, right? He's like, no. It's not supposed to go in your lungs. You're supposed to just fill your mouth, let the flavor sit in there, because you can still get the nicotine in your system.
Sure.
You're not supposed to inhale it. Just so you know.
This is according to Trey.
Yeah. And he's like, you just let it sit in your mouth, and then you just let it go. You know? And he did tricks and all that bullshit where, like, you know, you do the, and then it's like a circle comes out, and you like.
So he wasn't actually smoking it. He was just puffing it like a cigar.
Well, you're supposed to.
That's what you're telling me.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You keep saying that. I don't think so.
No, that is. It's not supposed to go in your lungs. You don't want water in your lungs.
No, you don't have to keep saying that. Like, I didn't just almost drown by my mom a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I know you don't want water in your lungs.
Right. So why would you put any sort of vapor that's, you know, liquid into your lungs?
Well, I mean, don't do that. But like, that's just what vapors do.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
So
it's a misconception.
I see.
See, Trey is a true vapor.
Here's the thing, is I used to hang out at vape shops all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And like, I never personally vaped like that. This is how I vape. I did used to hold it in my mouth like that, puff it in my mouth, but then I would do a small inhale and then breathe it out.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
And then I got the nicotine high. Okay. Or I would puff it in my mouth and then inhale it through my nose and then blow it out.
Okay. That's cool.
Like, but I inhaled.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just saying.
I know everybody.
You're well aware that everyone does it.
Yeah.
But that's not correct.
You're not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he specifically explained it in great detail for no reason.
I gotcha. For no reason.
Because I told him, I'm like, nah, my lungs are fucked up. I can't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
And then he explained it, how it's like, still, it's good for you. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. But I tried it.
Well, it says it's designed to be inhaled. It heats a liquid solution into the vapor that is inhaled into the lungs.
Yeah.
No! Don't stop it. Don't look at me like that.
I know what it's meant for. I know what people use it for.
Yeah.
I know how people do it.
Yeah.
But he explained it in a way that makes sense, that makes it safer.
Okay. That's not how you were saying it a minute ago. The way how you're saying it a minute ago is everybody is wrong because that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Everybody is wrong because they should be doing it the safer way. Right? I'm not going to. It is not my job.
I'm also not advertising inhale vapes.
I also don't agree with any of those situations.
Don't do it.
Like, I don't like smoking at all. It's the most disgusting thing in the world to me. Most people who I see that are smokers, I don't even really want to talk to them.
It's not worth your time in your life.
Because like I said, my dad was an avid smoker, and I would go to my friend's house smelling like fucking cigars and cigarettes. And it used to be like, I don't want to say I would get embarrassed.
I like the smell of cigars. Okay.
Like, I don't like to say that I'd get embarrassed, but I hated when I'd go to my friend's house and they'd be like, "What's that smell?"
Yeah, I if you smell like cigarettes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you should probably sit like 10 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to go like air out really bad, and then it still wouldn't come out very easily.
I agree with you.
But like I just remembered one of my mom's friends didn't want me in their house because I just smelled like cigarettes. You know? And she let me know. Like it wasn't one of those like, I wonder why I'm not allowed in this guy's house. Like, what the fuck?
No, she'd be like, you smell.
She was like, you smell really bad. Get out of my house.
Damn.
You know? And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, gotta respect it.
I'm not gonna argue with your house. I'll sit outside.
Can't even spray you.
Yeah. For breeze. But yeah. So nobody should be inhaling anything into
No, they shouldn't. You're right. They shouldn't.
So when he explained it in that manner and the way that he does it, I'm like, well, you still get your nicotine fix or whatever? He's like, yep, still get it. And it's none of it gets in my lungs.
Right on.
And I'm like, wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him for beating the system.
Yeah. Now, do I still think it's healthy or not? Fuck no.
Yeah, definitely not.
I wouldn't put any sort of fucking smoke in my body for any reason.
Yeah.
I keep fucking touching my eyes, but
I was gonna mention that to you. I was gonna say, stop touching your eyes, because it's definitely making your eyes worse. You could be making them dirtier.
I can't see.
That's fine.
It's bothering me.
You don't need to see. You need to talk.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna see later?
I don't know.
That's funny. I'll watch you tonight. I got your back.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll switch.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Yeah,
well,
so stop touching your eyes.
I figured once we get into the VR stuff, that'd be sweet. But I think we have to set it up before we get into it, because I think we're going to get lost. You know. Oh, okay. So I'll explain this just because I am touching my eyes a lot.
Hilarious.
So the day my grandma died, not to go full circle and bring her back into this.
There's no bringing her back.
No, not at all. 2 hours before.
You like that? You like that, motherfucker? I got jokes, baby. I've been lining them up.
That
give me some.
Best right there, baby.
You like that?
Best joke. That gets you a pizza today.
All right. Yeah. Hey, my condolences.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
fuck me. That was good.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch us up on the next one. Peace out.